moment you've all been waiting for. Please welcome the Pelbros Podcast.
Hey, thanks for the standing ovation for episode 40. Episode 40 of the Pelbros Podcast. Hitting another milestone after milestone. Definitely got to celebrate that. But
I didn't, bro. You snaked me, bro. You didn't even mention that before. I didn't even realize it's fucking episode 40. Nice.
There you go, mate.
Nice. That's a surprise. That's the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, plenty to celebrate. Thanks for tuning in again to another episode. We've been dishing out the episodes weekly here in lockdown.
True.
We're all mentally struggling here. We're all depressed and stuff, but we're still able to dish out the content. So
hustling.
Thanks for tuning in. Myself, James, and my co-host with me.
Co-host Ryan DW.
Easy. You know where to check us out. You're already listening to us on all your socials. But YouTube, Pelbros Podcast, we're dropping a lot of content on there soon. Instagram at Pelbros, and then pelbros.com, pelbrospodcast@gmail.com for any feedback, and keep the feedback flowing. We're getting a lot.
Talking about that, actually, since we got you guys still here, like, don't just exit the video yet, like, listen a little bit more, because this is pretty interesting. We want you guys to actually start sending us like voice clips, so send it over to pelbrospodcast@gmail.com. If you got a hater, if you got feedback, if you want to just have a little shout out, say something, listen to our huge audience, we're doing it for free, to you guys. We're never going to charge you guys, so just send it over as an attachment. It has to be like an MP3. Don't send me like a fucking .zip file, bro. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna fucking fall for that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, don't send us viruses. But on pelbrospodcast@gmail.com, send us fucking, send us some voice clips. Like, I'm not even talking shit. You send it over, you will fucking hear it probably the next episode. Unless it's okay. I mean, is there any rules to this, James, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be somewhat appropriate. Like, we don't want to.
Like, we're not gonna put up the death threats. We'll keep that to ourselves. But everything else, keep them coming.
Yeah, definitely. If you have any feedback for us in audio format, or like you just want to blast us, record yourself, let us know, or even if you've got a question for us, it'd be pretty cool to do like a Q&A podcast one day.
Hey! See, look at all these ideas we're getting now, son.
And we can just hit up all your questions.
Yeah,
whatever it may be. Yeah.
Definitely I was gonna say, man, before we get back into this episode, I do really want to quickly plug. You know what I mean? Yo, I know there's at least one gentleman listening in to this episode right now, and that if you need some vapes, mate, I'm your boy. Hit me up. I'll make sure you're sorted out. Or if it's your mates too, that's cool too. I've got plenty of flavors. I'm happy to deliver. And at the same time too, something that no one else is gonna do is that if it's not working or whatever, it's on warranty, bro. I've got you sorted. I'll make sure you got it. But obviously due to demand and whatnot, you may not necessarily get the same flavor, but more than likely, like 90% chance you will get the same flavor. So, bro, who the fuck else is giving you that kind of service and whatnot? And on top of that, you get to interact with me. So I'm just trying to say, so if you guys are looking for vapes and you know who I'm talking to, if you're like, oh shit, I could use some vapes, hit me the fuck up. Let me know. Disposable vapes, baby. Let's go. Gun pods. It's good shit. It's the top of the range shit. Cream of the crop. But anyways,
we're not sponsored, eh?
Oh, we're not sponsored, but it's but hey, if anything,
they're gonna be paying us. They're gonna be paying us.
Yeah. That's my first. This is like my first kind of like referral kind of thing, or like advertising kind of thing. Like, I'm just advertising my own fucking shit.
Not even on behalf of them. You're not giving out a discount code or anything.
Yeah. But anyways, there's no discount code or anything like that. Yeah, true. Anyways, that's just a quick plug. I just needed to say that because obviously we're always plugging like our YouTube, our social. But we're gonna be plugging,
the income streams.
Yeah, the income streams too.
So, doing this for free, guys. We're doing this for
free. Yeah. Exactly. Cool. Keep going there.
All right. Anyways, let's just jump into the app unless you got anything else. But we've got an agenda for this episode. It's just something we haven't had in a while, I think.
True.
Written our agenda, so lots to tackle. But obviously, the elephant in the room is still the NBA Finals is still alive, thankfully. I think last time we reported it was 2-0 up in the Suns. Now that I think about it, if the Suns won those two games, we would have had a champion by now.
True.
Unfortunately, the jinx is over. The Pelbros Podcast did not jinx the Milwaukee Bucks. Like,
let's go.
Like they did the Clippers. But yeah, with the Bucks, Giannis, Middleton, Drew pulling back 2 more wins at home against the Suns, pretty much exactly what we said that they needed to do, right? We said that they need to come out of the gates really strong in game 3, and they kind of did. I think they beat them by I think 20 or something that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a big win. Any thoughts, any takeaways from you from this week and what you saw from the Bucks?
Man, what do you call it? I was gonna say, what was it? Chris Middleton just having becoming like fucking what, Kobe or some shit in that last game. But nah, mate, this is a fucking great call. You know that play in the last game of that like, was it game 4 in which like Chris Paul just fucking like has that major turnover. Drew takes the ball and they score.
Is it the one where
like in the last game in the fourth quarter?
Was it the one where Devin Booker fouled?
No, not that one. I know that. No, it's the same game, but no, it's basically I'm talking about Chris Paul. He just like stacked it, or like he lost the possession.
Yeah.
But basically though, like he fell, right? So basically, Chris Paul. The call is like Chris Fall. That's what Tommy fucking said. Fucking funny as shit. Yeah. All I can say for that is like, bro, Bucks and 6. Let's fucking do it, man. Like I don't know. I mean, because that's the thing. Like we are recording it the night before again, so that's pretty sick. We will kind of know like tomorrow or not if Phoenix can take game 5. What do you reckon? Do you reckon Phoenix can take the next game at home?
Yeah, I think it's a tough one. They looks like both teams definitely play up to standard at home. So, this is the opposite to series we've seen in the past where it's been away court advantage, but definitely looks like they play better at home. I know Chris Paul had a pretty bad shooting night in one of the games, and then Devin Booker did the same thing. And so I think Devin went really strong in the last game 4, but then he had a really bad game 3. So yeah, it just seems like they're a bit inconsistent at the moment. They're streaky shooting. I actually think Phoenix will probably take the game tomorrow, but I still think Bucks in 7.
Oi.
I'll call it that. But yeah, I mean, if anything to take away from this, I just want to give a huge shout out to Giannis. I think I gave the shout out last week as well. But like that game 3, I think he scored 41 points, 42 points, sorry, and he was just carried by himself. Sorry, 41 points.
And that's why they demolished them.
Yeah, he carried that team by himself in the sense of Drew was the only other player that scored 20 plus, 21. Pretty good efficiency, but overall, I think Giannis just dominated, showed who's boss. And he's coming off like a bum knee, a knee that was supposed to be like gone for the rest of the season or whatever it was. To pull away a win in game 4. He wasn't the one that carried that one. It was definitely Chris Middleton. Like you said, he kind of went into like Kobe Jordan mode or whatever. He was shooting pretty bad, and then out of nowhere, he just like I think third quarter or fourth quarter is when he just turned it on and just raining shots, fade away, mid-range jumpers and shit. It was cooked. Sad to see Drew play like shit on offense. 4 of 20 from the field in that last game, but overall still doing his defensive stuff.
Yeah, especially down the clutch.
Yeah, and then lastly, I think from me is and I said that I had to say this to you early in the week is Chris Paul or whatever is definitely rubbing it off. Not even rubbing it off.
I know what you're talking about.
This player has always been doing this the whole career, I'd say, but Jay motherfucking Crowder. This guy is flopping machine number 2. Like he flopped so hard multiple times in that game 4, and he actually got like the calls for it. The refs actually gave him the calls. Man, it pissed me off so much, bro. I hate seeing that shit. Never really liked Jay Crowder, and he's been on so many teams, probably for a reason. Nobody really wants him after a while, but
James actually hates. Yeah, James, you actually hate fucking
I just hate
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, I mean, I hate Jay Crowder as well, but
yeah. No, but what I'm trying to say is that like to these guys listening, and I'm just like, fuck guys, like James did specifically mention earlier this week, bro, like fuck Jay Crowder. I need to remember to say on the podcast, fuck Jay Crowder. Yeah. And then he's bringing this up. I'm like, yo, this guy's like letting the heat come out, so he's been holding this in. He's been holding, like, that's what I say. Like, this guy does not like Jay Crowder. It's quite funny.
Yeah. Just not a big fan of flopping. It's definitely ruining the sport. It just makes him look like it's just not basketball, right? It's just fucking, you get paid to do this shit. play to the whistle kind of business. That's what we always got taught in high school.
Oi.
Shout out to Way.
Oi.
Shout out to Samson.
Undefeated season. No. All right, you can do shout out to Samson, but only Way to me.
Just shouldn't dox people.
Yeah, exactly. But Way definitely, because that's quite like chill. Like
play the
because
whistle, bro. Play the
we
whistle.
were undefeated with Way, bro. So what can I say?
Yeah, easy. But yeah, overall, I think, like we've said, we're definitely rooting for the Bucks. Hopefully, you see Drew carry the chip by the end there. The only other thing I want to say was, I don't know if you saw it, but like in that game 4, the refs holding the whistle on D Book. He had like 5 fouls off. Yeah, he had like 5 fouls or something, and then he pretty much fouled twice. But then the refs decided if that's not proof that the league is trying to push for Game 7 or to make it competitive, mate, I don't know what's true anymore, right? What's true?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What you said. What is true? No one knows. That's the only thing that's true. The question itself.
NBA
man,
confirms.
yeah, no. I 100% seen that Devin Booker foul shit, bro. Like everyone's just been fucking. The fuck is this bullshit? But the only other thing that we haven't mentioned, which is a huge fucking thing, because you were shouting out Giannis, bro. That block, that get like I don't want to say game winning block, but that was a fucking mean block. Like maybe going down as potentially one of the greatest fucking blocks in entire fucking NBA Finals history. Hopefully, if they can pull off the win of the series, that's like that's like a fucking moment, like an immortalized moment. Because you could argue, especially if they win in 6, that's like what could maybe dictate the rest of the fucking series.
Yeah, 100%. No, I completely forgot about that, but glad you brought it up. That was just crazy. The way he really got beat. They were running that pick and roll. The lob was already made, and he had to turn around from the free throw line, get up in the air. It looked like a surefire dunk, and that could have potentially stretched the game out. But just because he blocked it, I think they kept the lead away, and then they went down the other end. I'm pretty sure they scored. So
yeah,
massive shout outs. The slow-mo and the pictures that are coming out of it, crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's a great play. Yeah, I was gonna say though, man, because I was talking about this. I feel as if what I had been like missing after the Clippers got KO'd, I felt as if I don't know what it was, right? I was just like, bro, like I was like over it for a bit until the finals kicked in, right? Like the rest of the playoffs. Basically, I think I've worked it out. Like it was just something like the Clippers were the last kind of like quote unquote like magical kind of like narrative, like magical kind of team, if that makes sense, right? Like I feel as if how back in the days they would advertise like NBA where amazing happens. Like I feel as if those Clippers kind of games, like the Clippers in the playoffs, were producing like again and again and again, like where amazing happens kind of moments. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I could say that.
Yeah, and so that's kind of like what I felt was missing after the Clippers went down. But what I guess Giannis just did just then, he's bringing it back. I could say,
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit that I haven't caught every single minute of these finals games. Haven't been super paying attention, but for the moments where I have, I watched pretty much the second half of that game 4, and it was fucking amazing. Like that was like quality basketball. There was those flopping moments, and it kind of sucked, but just those plays, like those career defining, and like you said, if they go to win in 6, it's like that's the pivot point that everyone's going to be talking about, because they were down 2-0 and shit. I mean, fingers crossed that happens, but even if it doesn't, even as long as they go on to win the series, that play becomes, like you said, immortalized. Kind of like that LeBron James moment of blocking Iguodala. Pretty crazy. It's going to be up there, top 1, top 2 plays kind of thing. So absolutely insane. But yeah, watching that fourth quarter was so fucking hype. I mean, even as like a neutral kind of fan, like I want to see the Bucks win, but I don't really care either way. Like if the Suns were to win, like respect to them.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I do agree in terms of like as long as it's not like like I can't at the end of the day if they do win I can't hate, but at the same time fuck him. But continue.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, but I think it's just hype, right? It felt like really good, and I can kind of agree with you saying. I definitely think that that Bucks Nets series definitely brought some magical moments as well. One of those KD versus the Bucks games was fucking incredible game. So I can completely relate when after that Western Conference Final series, it was kind of in that lull between, and especially that Bucks and Hawks series, it wasn't as kind of special in that moment, I guess, because really no one who cares who comes out the East. I think that's at that point. But yeah,
Yo,
I think
James, I was gonna say because you mentioned that, man. Because before I actually wanted to say, I slipped my mind. Basically, if it went to Game 7, even though it would be in Phoenix's home court, I would take the Bucks just because they did beat Brooklyn at their home. Correct? It was their home, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right at the very end.
Yeah. So Game 7, yeah. But that's the thing, and the Bucks took games. Either way, if it was their home or not, that's not even necessarily the point. This point is that they fucking won a Game 7. Like, when they needed to fucking perform, they performed. So who's like tested in that kind of manner? Like I would have the most confidence in the Bucks because who the fuck has the Phoenix, like obviously people can debate, oh bro, yeah, but that's like a injured Nets team or some shit. But that's the team you have to beat. That's the team the whole league needs to beat. And the confidence you would get from knowing that you beat them in the 7th game, like when like your back was against the fucking wall, I feel as if that would come in so fucking like useful if it did go to Game 7 with the Suns in the finals. So having said that though, I still would really, really love to fucking see, like, just tomorrow when I wake up Sunday morning, I would love to see Drew and the boys step up and fucking kill him in their own home court. And, it's a 6-game series. So I'm still going for 6-game series. However, if it was to go to 7-game, it don't matter, son. Bucks still winning. So I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks. What about you?
Yeah, I got the Bucks for sure. Whether it goes 6-7, definitely rooting for the Bucks. Like you said, hopefully wake up tomorrow. Glad it's a daytime game, none of this bullshit like 3 a.m., 5 a.m. shit. Hopefully you can just kick back and catch the whole game. I think 10:30 our time or so should be a good one.
Yeah, boy.
Cool. Let's move on from there. That pretty much wraps up our thoughts on the finals. We'll probably have a champion by the time we're talking next.
Yeah, boy.
But lots of news happening in the league, and for once, there's a bit of Pelicans news.
Yeah,
so
boy.
I think we can dive into that. But it seems like at this point that Willie Green, so speaking of the Suns, assistant coach, is pretty much locked in to become the Pelicans head coach. So
we've heard.
Yeah, a lot of semi-confirmations, not from the organizations himself, I guess, because he's still obviously in the finals, and they don't want to. It'd be a bit awkward, depending on what happens. But it seems like there's a lot of confirmations from different journalists tweeting and stuff that he's got the job. I think I saw a tweet that was saying that like the Suns team like congratulated him on getting the job. So yeah, it should be interesting. I don't really know much about him, if I'm being honest. I know that he played, which I actually think is a benefit. Like he actually played in the NBA, so he understands, locker rooms, and he understands the vibe. And he actually played for New Orleans. I think that's going to be a big part of it. Only a season.
Wait, Willie Green played for the New Orleans Hornets, you're saying?
Yeah, he played one season. He played with the Chris Paul Hornets.
Yo, you've done some research, mate.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about. That
wait, we should make like a separate, like you should bring that research on board for like we should make like a discussion video about that like later, right? A quick 10-minute one. You get some views, mate.
We definitely have to do our research, but it's just crazy
We
to think
could
that
blow up.
he played with Chris Paul, and now he's the assistant coach on the team that Chris Paul is taking to the finals. Absolutely insane to think about. I mean, it was only one season, but at least he knows the organization. He knows New Orleans, and I really think that he can. A lot of people are hyping him up as like a good players coach because that's what Stan couldn't provide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you're like full talking about like Stan was like the ex-husband, like he couldn't provide for the family. Like, bro, that's fucking funny as shit. No, dude, that's pretty crazy about Willie Green, because the only thing I was gonna say was like all I know about him is that he has a green Willie. But no, now that you mentioned that shit about him being Nola and whatnot, fucking Monty Williams, man, also like he was coaching fucking CP3 here before, and now look at these motherfuckers, they're in the fucking finals. So that's why I kind of necessarily hate with that shit.
Yeah, true. I mean, it all makes sense. It must be like definitely connections, and Monty definitely would have coached Willie Green probably at that point.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, it looks like he's probably the coach at the time, and then it all makes sense. Got the connections, got the networks, move your way up into coaching. So
yeah,
like we said, we'll do a bit of research and we'll do a separate discussion on that. So stay tuned.
Yeah, it's pretty sick though. Willie Green, Monty Williams. Should we just end talking about that and move on to something else?
Yeah, we'll do a full video on it, and then if you guys have any thoughts on it, let us know, and we'll definitely have a discussion around that. But yeah, we can move on. Should we discuss
Yeah, who would you like to discuss next?
Since we're on the path of Pelicans, let's talk about Lonzo Ball.
Wait, because that's what I'm trying to say. I was trying to like ask you that kind of shit, so like I could kind of have like a soundboard prepared as you say something, but I couldn't think that fast. So let's try it again. Lonzo, which one should we do? Yeah, just try it again. See what happens.
All right, let's talk about Lonzo.
Hey, I forgot to put that new
that's
one.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm pretty sure I put something here. So like after we stopped recording, I think that's all. That's my only new one I got. Yeah.
Yeah, it was also highly relevant because this man's about to get paid. This man's about to get paid. Hopefully, it's not from the New Orleans Pelicans. Just because a lot of tweets, a lot of rumors, whatever it is, when we call a lot of news around that, he's looking at around, like a 100 mil 4-year contract or something. And a bunch of teams are circling. I've seen the Mavs, the Heat. Who are the other ones? Clippers, I think we're in there, and
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, Bulls and New York. I think those two, Bulls and New York, are probably the biggest contenders.
Yeah,
but they seem like they're keen, and they seem like they're keen to give him 20 mil plus a year. And that's just not a price tag that I think the Pelicans will even consider matching. And I don't think our fan base, well, me personally, I'm happy not to match that. I think it's just way too much for Lonzo. But good on him if he gets paid. And
yeah, that's fair enough. But at the same time, it's like, damn, bro, like that's the end of Lonzo. But that's good. We got like, I guess other boys. We got Nickel, Alexander Walker, etc., etc.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be worth to pay him a massive amount that is going to kind of neck our roster for the next few years.
Yeah.
And like you said, we've got Nickel, we've got Kyrie Lewis. I think a big component will be depending on who they're deciding, who they're thinking of drafting.
Because yeah, fucking Marin cunt. Oh, he sent me something though.
Oh shit!
Before.
Nice.
Okay. I reckon. Let's just like keep on going. I reckon it's sweet. Like we'll start from the beginning because he sent me a recording from before. So did you just want me to bring it in? Like I'll bring it in. Just talking about. Okay, yo. So sorry about that, guys. Just then, it just fucked up a bit. We had some technical difficulties, but it's all motherfucking GOOD right now. So it's all G. Do you remember where we were talking about?
Just Lonzo cash in the bag.
Oh, Lonzo. Oh, yeah. True, exactly. What was like the point?
I was gonna say like he's looking likely to go to either like New York or Bulls, and we're probably not gonna pay him at this point. But yeah, I was just saying that the Pels are probably gonna draft. They're looking to draft maybe a guard, so that would just mean that Zoe's on the out. So sorry, mate, your time here hasn't been long, but it is what it is.
I was gonna say with that, I will miss the Zoe Zion like connection. That was truly like a great duo. So if it is time to part with him, then fucking so be it. Because he at the end of the day he had his fucking time to fucking shine. Like what the fuck. So it's not really like we can't really do anything right now. If anything, man, this shit just kind of like I don't want to say worries, but I'm just like fuck. Like what are we gonna do? Like how are we gonna move some fucking pieces around to actually get a fucking good team going on here? Because obviously, Nickel Alexander Walker is fucking great. He'll at least give us points, I guess. Especially the stretch. I mean, we'll talk about this properly later on. But all I want to say is that I don't know, because the best thing about having Zoe on our team was just that he could really well become make it like a fucking crazy trio, like him, Bi, and fucking Zion. But that's the thing. Like someone like Nickel. I don't know. Nickel could even become that guy. Who knows? I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see. But if it is to be like this, Lonzo, then so be it, eh?
Yeah. If anything, I think this would be like a complete mutual split. Like the fans will understand. Like outside of the Lonzo fans, the Pels fans will understand. And Lonzo, if he's gonna find opportunities in bigger market, get paid more, go to Chicago, go to New York, which is a massive markets, then so be it. And it's just gonna be mutual. I think you make a good point. Like, he had his time to try and prove that he was worth 20 mil and up.
Yeah, exactly.
And he could have done that if he just played consistently. Maybe if he upped his, points per game to like 15, 16, 17 plus, but he just couldn't do it. He couldn't find the consistency, still going one game where he shoots like 8 threes, and then the next game where he scores 2 points, 5 points. So he had his time, had his chance to prove it, but he just couldn't. So in the end, if we're only willing to give him 15, 16 mil, then so be it, and I'd be happy to keep him on that price. But at this point, they've got to think about our future.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna say though, like I can definitely see him if he's in another fucking team, like something like Chicago. He could be. I could definitely see him being really, 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 really fucking good for that team. So I don't see that if we just let him walk for that, like it's gonna be like necessarily a great decision. Like people might call us out later on, like, oh, bro, Pelicans should have fucking paid him. Look at how good he's doing and whatnot. But I reckon even in like a long term kind of thing, like what the fuck, we're gonna pay this guy. Like what kind of discipline does that kind of like teach? Like does that show like what he should be earning that fucking money, like as opposed to if I just pay him because I'm like, oh no, like we need, it's almost like we're spoiling him, you know what I mean? So if he wants to fucking walk and whatnot, like we generally do wish him the best, but you like the thing is like you got to understand with us too, like we can't be paying this guy, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like for what he's given us to this point, as much as we believe in him, as much as we believe in that trio, him and Zion being a really great duo and whatnot too, it's just like, what are you expecting from us? At the end of the day, we're still a fucking business. So that's part of the game. It's just bad timing more than anything.
Yeah, agreed. And I think they're definitely seeing that there's more availability of guards in our current rotation, Kyra and Nickel, that can kind of fill in that role versus defenders, wing defenders, shooters, and like a potential center. So I think that's where they're going to look to make their moves. If it came down to like trades and stuff, we do have a lot of picks, but if someone does come up in the market, maybe like one Sir Damian Lillard, I have seen rumors, not rumors, but I did see people throwing out like the Pelicans as an option because we have picks, but I don't think that will end up happening. If he even does get traded or if he even does leave at this point. But
yeah,
if so leaves by next week or whenever it is he has to make that decision, so be it. Like we said, wish him all the best. Can see greatness in him, but he just hasn't shown that potential.
Wait, are we gonna know that shit by next week?
I don't think by next week. I think it's at some point. I think free agency will probably last for a while, but
exactly. That's what I was like. Wait, what?
Yeah. If it happened, if it were to happen for next week, but whatever. Whenever it does happen, we'll probably just be recording an episode and we'll say, congrats, you earned the bag. You can play that that money sign symbol sound. But yeah, already in the end, we'll just thank him and let him be on his way.
Yeah, cheers to to Zoe and I guess to Dame if he was to fucking fuck off too. But yeah, it's a shame with the Zoe kind of thing, but like I said, it's about timing. Something interesting. Last night, actually, before I was trying to go to sleep, I was watching fucking just randomly. I was like, "Fuck, bro." I really wanted. I typed in specifically like Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, like highlights, like duo highlights. There's not really that many ones that are specifically showing like play by play, like them two, like like maybe giving an alley to each other or some shit like that. So I was like, yeah, James, that could be an idea for us. Like we could in the future, not necessarily just that, but we could, because I saw the highlights that are available with like a duo highlights, even for the same game or whatever. There's not as many as you think, you know what I mean, and they're not as like great. I feel as if like that could be something that like we could actually make together.
Yeah, true. They haven't quite figured
for our
out
own YouTube video
the best way to work with each other, those two, Ingram and Zion. They got better kind of towards the end of the season, but yeah, definitely potential to look into. It's definitely that Zoe Zion combination that's been the killer combo. Hate to plug ourselves, but check out our videos and you'll see Lonzo highlights, Zion highlights, and you can see them two always connecting to each other. So that's all on our YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, definitely an idea for us in the future.
Yeah, I guess the only kind of last kind of topic that I do want to discuss for today's episode, basically, old mate fucking Patty Mills, fucking she's showing us how it's fucking done yet again, right? In that exhibition, like up against the USA.
Yeah, I think was this a game where he hit the 3-pointer or was that a different game? But anyways, I'm pretty sure he hit like a game winner on a 3 against, I think it was against Team USA, but yeah, definitely a huge upset. That Team USA losing to Nigeria and then losing to the Boomers AU. Shout out to like you said, Patty Mills and stuff. But I want to shout out. I don't know how to say his name. Matisse Thibault.
Yeah.
From the 76ers. Never knew that guy was Aussie.
Yeah, I didn't know until James told me too before.
Yeah, he's done only one episode, I think, but he's vlogging on his YouTube channel. So I've subbed on that. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Just kind of curious to see what the Olympics will look like, I guess.
True.
Biggest takeaway from that, out of my mind for the whole, basketball Olympics thing is COVID, dude. I don't know if you heard, but like Bradley Beal got COVID.
Oh, right on.
Now he's out of Olympics. Jeremy Grant is in quarantine or some shit. Isolation or some shit. That team's fucking falling apart. So they cancelled the next match, the next friendly match, which is against Australia.
Oh, bitches.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I think this whole Olympics journey is gonna fucking take people down with it. I think COVID's gonna, look, if Bradley Beal got COVID, how can other players in the team not get it? Like, honestly. So I think we're gonna see a wave of COVID.
A wave of COVID.
Hurt the athletes. Not just in basketball, but I did see another Aussie guy in our tennis team. He fucking got COVID, so he's out. So it's like
GG.
Yeah, it's like GG. Like, hey, who the fuck decided to continue with the Olympics, bro? You're retarded. It's all about the money.
Hey, man. 2021, mate. It's cool. But who knows? It could happen. I was gonna say though, talking about the those kind of games. Do you watch any of them? Have you watched any of those?
No, I haven't.
Because I was gonna say, it seems like it's really it might actually be fucking like very interesting to watch, because what I'm realizing like with these playoffs especially is that, like, bro, like regular season fucking basketball, there's not even any point to fucking watch it, like, because there's no one fucking playing defense, playoffs is actually like fucking like that's because like people actually like try harding like both ends of the fucking floor, right? So apparently, with Olympics and just international kind of tournaments and whatnot, it's like that same kind of vibe, the same kind of playoff vibe. Like people are playing like, like full on, you can't just play like hero ball and shit. And that's kind of like almost why, like, teams like us, like Australia and, before that, Nigeria, just before us too, have like more of a fucking chance against, like the US nowadays. But on top of that too, just in general, like, talent is becoming more international in general. Like basketball is becoming more of like an international game.
Yeah, 100%. And that you can kind of see that from Team USA because they don't have any good centers. So they're struggling with big men. So,
bro, JaVale McGee got subbed in, bro.
Yeah,
that's never.
But
I was gonna say
Kevin Love, and that guy's been injured and shit for like 5 seasons straight.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not necessarily that they don't have the talent. It's just like fucking Americans and shit like that. They're all very like political and like all that kind of shit. Oh, I don't want to represent USA. So that's kind of like the situation. But talking about that,
to be honest, I don't even think it's that, because they actually have the stars they're playing. It's just that
no. But then why the fuck
the big men?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, why the fuck from Kevin Love does it go straight to JaVale McGee? You know what I mean? I would have expected someone.
There's no others. There's actually no others. It's actually
there's no others. The fuck?
It's actually crazy. There's not a lot of good big men from the USA. It's like the next lot is like, I don't know why they picked JaVale, but like there's a few, like I think John Collins, but I think he's coming off that series, so I doubt he's gonna want to play. I think Jarrett Allen was a name in there, but like these guys are guys you don't expect. But when you think about all the big men, the really good big men, they're all international, like you said. Giannis, if he counts, Jokic, Cat plays for the Dominican Republic. AD is injured. He would have been Team USA, but yeah, a lot of the big men are fucking internationals, which is crazy to think about. But no, I agree with what you say in terms of like you said, defense, and the fact you can't just play hero ball, and the fact that that's hurting USA. The other thing is, I've heard really good feedback about how they call the games, like the referees, like the FIBA referees don't reward like flopping and shit, and like
that's what I think
some of those rules. I think some of those rules and tic tac fouls are fucking over Team USA to an extent, and they're so used to the NBA. So yeah, who knows? I would love to catch those games. I just never know when they're on.
Yeah,
me
too.
Know how to get access to them.
I mean, you can always find it, but like, give me a sec. Let me type it in. Was it?
Just never know when it's on.
I'm gonna type it. Yeah, I'm gonna type it in right now. Australia. Like, did something fuck up with the recording?
What's up?
Did something fuck up in the recording or what? What's that noise? Did you hear anything?
Oh
no, you didn't hear it? That's cool. All right. That could have just been like my music. sorry, guys. Okay, Australian basketball. Like game, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is why it's hard to get a lot of Aussies into basketball because we just never know when games are and we don't have access to it.
Yeah, it's true. They don't have. I mean, unless you got like fucking Fox Sports or some shit. Like, what the fuck is this, right? Like, how's the average Joe, mate? How are we supposed to fucking know, mate?
I mean, I've got KO and I don't actually know if it's been on there. Actually,
yeah, no, bro. I can't. I could like if I wanted to if I Google shit right, maybe I could work it out, but it seems like a fucking lost cause, mate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just might have to catch the highlights for that shit. So
yeah, fuck.
It is what it is.
Thing, I think like definitely later on, like I will try to find because surely I can find this information, but because the thing is I do enjoy just watching like good basketball. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. If I can watch that kind of shit, get to see like, like Luka playing his own like jersey or like even just anyone else, even like Patty Mills and et cetera, then it's just like fuck yeah, why not? I was gonna say, I wanted to talk about what's his face? Good old mate, Ben Simmons. Basically, fucking. I don't know if you mentioned this in the last episode about how he decided to say like, oh no, I don't want to play for a Team Australia.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Like he's giving himself like more reasons for people not to like him, for more people to hate him. And the thing is that like I'm glad you're not fucking representing us. You can't. You fucking like get the fuck out of here. But at the same time too, it's just kind of like yeah, bro. You would bitch it, fucking like you just want like you because this is your opportunity here to redeem yourself. You know what I mean? Like with at least you're doing your country proud and whatnot. But now, mate, you don't even have that in you. So that's just my roast of Ben Simmons.
Number one most hated man in basketball right now, and it's good because if anyone else fucks up right now, it's like it's still not as bad as Ben Simmons. Like like if Drew has a really bad game, it's like one game. People will be like, yo, but Ben Simmons drew the fucking series. So shout out to him for doing that. That's for sure. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, when actual Olympics start, then maybe the TV will show the fucking games. But like I agree with you. I just want to see good competitive international basketball or basketball in general. So
exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. Basketball in general, yeah.
And they're all going to be playing serious, like you said, because actually stakes on the line, and they actually want to get a medal and shit. So
these boys out here.
Yeah, cool. I think that wraps up everything that we had on our agenda, to be honest.
Hold up. Just keep talking for a little bit because I'm trying to set something up. Give me a sec. Sorry, sir.
I've got not much to say, but thanks for tuning in if you're still here. If there is a few audio disruptions, apologize in advance.
Yeah.
Craig, our producer is.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's his name. Hey, his name is fucking Craig. I don't know if you guys heard us talking like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, Craig? Are you hearing that? Like, don't. Are you hearing that shit?
No, I'm not.
Okay, good. Okay. So I don't know. That's just my fucking end then. I don't fucking know.
It's probably Craig fucking up again, eh?
Yeah. Okay, wait. Give me a sec. I'm actually gonna do something. So this is gonna be live from my phone, but you know how I did mention that voice clip kind of thing, like offering these people, hey guys, if you want to fucking send a fucking thing, send it over. Oh, bro, this is the new one I put in. I forgot about that. Yeah, and then this one's just like a random one. So yeah, those are the new ones too, mate. So that's the thing, bro. With these soundboards, it's kind of like you get to like unlock new sounds with the every episode. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Anyways, you know how at the beginning of the episode, guys, we've already been like, hey, make sure to send to pelbrospodcast@gmail.com any voice clips and whatnot. Like you do remember I did say this, correct, James?
Yep.
It seems that we've already got a quick little voice clip. Would you like me to play it? It's just gonna be from my phone though, so quality might not be as great, but I'll put it right next to the mic. Okay. Like I said, everything in the Pelbros brand, podcast, etc., is all satire and everything, and any other external kind of things we are not associated with or affiliated with. Yeah, we don't represent, and it doesn't represent the views of the Pelbros. Having said a disclaimer, let's play.
Hello, this is Ivan from Belgrade. I wanted to ask Pelbros what you think of the Serbian and Croatian and Montenegrin players, and if you think that if all the Yugoslav players were on same team again, if they could beat Team USA in the Olympics. Thank you, Pels Bros. You are goated, no cap. God bless.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got that one. You could hear that clearly, James?
I could, but I feel like that's a loaded question. I think it's
Yeah,
out
it
of
is
my
a bit.
depth.
No. Because what do you call it? Basically, that's also the first time both me and James have just heard that. That's like live recording, so we keep it real on the Pelbros. But I mean, yeah, I guess just making sure you could hear it. To answer this guy's question, like with all that kind of shit, I can't, like what do I think about all those European guys and shit? Fucking bro, like shout out to everyone, you know, that isn't the USA. That's what I fucking think, you know. Like I don't need to fucking know the specifics and whatnot, but shout out. But my main kind of thing is that he did mention at the end about what the Yugoslavia team or something like that beating the fucking USA. Fuck yeah, man. Anyone can beat USA, bro. That's what I say. I'm like I'm going to be anti-USA for basketball. I would watch Team USA to see them lose.
Yeah, I'm not going to claim to be an expert here, but I'm pretty sure, and I didn't catch your name, but thanks for sending that in. Pretty sure you said Serbian players, and I know that Jokic plays for Serbia, so he's a good player. So definitely they have a chance. So shout out to Serbian team. Shout out to Nikola Jokic. I think they also got Boban Marjanovic, the tall dude, and Belika from the Kings. So a lot of NBA players. You know, if they got a lot of NBA players, got a lot of talent, they definitely got a chance.
Yeah. I was gonna say that actually I take back what I said about Team USA, because when Drew is actually playing for them,
true.
Yeah, like I don't even have to say anything, you know, because I don't want to start crying on this podcast right now.
Can't wait to see him in that jersey.
Yeah, bro. Damn, man. But I guess at that note, it's a nice place to end this little episode, don't you reckon, James?
Yeah, let's wrap that up. Thanks for sending through that question and feedback. Keep them coming. Like we said, if we could do like a
voice clips,
just get questions, that'll be mad, and we can just do like a live Q&A and try to answer it as much as possible. We'll do better at answering it than that question.
Yeah. Because I was like, this is our first time trying it out. Like we you know, like we just said it like, you know, like 30 minutes ago, you know, and now it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? It's actually come. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. You know, so we didn't have a chance to prepare.
But, we panicked.
Yeah, we panicked. Yeah, we choked a bit, but I reckon we did all right. So yeah, but the thing is, next episode, definitely we'll get a bunch of those coming in. So any of y'all player haters out there want to send some shit, any of your honeys want to send that shit, hit it up. You know how it is. Voice notes, etc. Everything will get played. Should we just, James, do you reckon we should just like have it like as a live playing, or should we listen to it before and then put it on?
Look, if we get a lot, let's just do it live.
Wait, okay. So then that's more.
That depends on if we can get a bunch. If we only get like one or two, then we'll just do it at the end of the episode. We'll listen to it beforehand. But if we get a lot, then we'll give you what you guys want, and we'll put it live, and we'll put the pressure on us.
Yeah.
Pressure on us to come up with the question, come up with the answers. Sorry.
Yes. So that's more incentive for these fucking guys, these fucking bums listening in, to actually start sending these in. So the more you send in, the more chance it will be played live, you know. So
easy.
Yeah, let's wrap it up at that. James, I think it's been another fucking killer episode. Old. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you've managed to last this long, apologies for any technical difficulties.
Fuck, I forgot about that. That was so fucking BS.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and catch us next time.
Yeah, all I want to say is have a magical evening.